Well, hello there. Happy Friday afternoon, TGIF. It is your boy Baddog here with another New York Giants video. As always, appreciate you clicking on the video. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up because it helps out huge. I wouldn't ask if it didn't help out. It doesn't cost anything to do that. And hit the subscribe button. You want to see more rants like I had on Sunday or hear more of my opinions like this one or whatever? Whatever. A lot of Giants content, man. You're a Giants fan, you want to tune in. If you're an Eagles fan or Cowboys fan, you want to hear me scream and yell that we can't beat you guys, you want to subscribe to that? Anyway, only a couple of days away from New York Giants football and getting that bad taste out of our mouths. Arizona waits on deck, a team the Giants should be able to beat. If they don't beat them, well, that post-game video will certainly be worth watching. They're all worth watching. But a lot of people like to hear me scream and cry and rave and whatever else. If we lose to Arizona, yeah, there'd be a lot of that. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. And I'll be live with Chris tonight for Talking Giants. We'll talk about the upcoming game against Arizona. We'll talk about the debacle against the Dallas Cowboys. It'll be on his channel, so hopefully you tune in for that as well. I want to talk about Kayvon Thibodeaux and Evan Neal because I've been seeing this a lot on social media. I've been seeing videos made about it, and people are calling these guys busts. They're busts. Evan Neal is a bust. I want to talk about Evan Neal first. Listen, I'm a very impatient guy. I'm a very emotional guy. We've seen this. I definitely fly off the handle. I get mad at bad performances. It's just the way I am, man. I'm a rabid fan. It is what it is. And I'm certainly an impatient guy. But when it comes to these guys, man, Evan Neal has been bad. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for the guy. He has been bad. He certainly has not lived up to expectation. He was a number 7th overall pick in the draft a couple years ago. He's your right tackle. You're supposed to have bookend tackles with him and Andrew Thomas, and he's been really poor, especially against Dallas. He has been embarrassingly bad against the Dallas Cowboys. How much of that is physical and how much of it is mental, who knows? I've talked a number of times, especially when I discussed Daniel Jones, how confidence plays a major role in a way a guy performs. And it's not just in football, it's everything you do in life, people. If you are going to do something and you're doing it with confidence, you will do it better than if you have self-doubt. Okay. Evan Neal got beat up twice against the Cowboys last year. Actually, I don't think he played that second game, but the first game he got dominated. And then, of course, this first game he got dominated as well. People want to talk about Daniel Jones not performing well. Well, you know what? Maybe it's in Daniel Jones' head when he plays the Cowboys that every time I drop back there, I got like 2 seconds before I get killed. So maybe that's in his head too. I don't know. Evan Neal's played not even a full season of games. He missed some time last year. I'm not ready to call Evan Neal a bust, okay? I'm not ready to sit there and go, what a wasted draft pick. I still have faith that they can turn him around. Perhaps it has something to do with coaching. We saw this with Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas struggled his rookie season with Colombo there. And the Georgia Bulldogs, coach came out and said, why are they teaching him different techniques? Why are they not allowing him to do what he did at Georgia? Colombo got fired, and the rest is history. Andrew Thomas became a really good left tackle, as we've seen. Okay. Perhaps Bobby Johnson has something to do with the stunted development of Evan Neal. Perhaps it's Evan Neal's mindset. Perhaps he's hurt. Perhaps he just ain't good. But I'm not ready to say that the guy's a bust just yet. If he doesn't improve this year and he's really bad or he gets worse than he was last year, then maybe you start to question, should they have taken that pick? Or maybe you try him at a guard position, which I always felt like the Giants should have done with Eric Flowers, and I said that for years. Why don't they try him at right guard? He's a good run blocker, can't pass block to save his life. And, he became a guard for Washington, then he got paid by Miami. So the move to guard was good for Eric Flowers. Maybe it benefits Evan Neal. Whatever it is, the Giants are going to have him for a couple of more years here. So if he doesn't get it together at tackle, maybe move him to guard and he performs well there. But I'm not ready to call him a bust as of yet. But he has not played well at all. Pardon me when I get a little drink here. And speaking of drink, as you see, I have the Coke, but we got to pay homage to the sponsors, man. A couple sponsors here real quick. Body Armor's come aboard this year. Very excited to have Body Armor on board. The Sport Water, man. Body Armor Sport Water is an alkaline water with a pH 9, a proprietary electrolyte formula with a wide mouth for easier hydration. Body Armor Sport Water is built for all-day hydration for the athlete and all of us. You guys and girls know I love to work out and everything else. And you see, I have been drinking a lot more water as of late because people are always on my case, well, you're drinking too much soda, Baddog. Well, Body Armor's come aboard and they got me drinking water now. So that's a good thing. And then, of course, like I said, there's a big slate of football games coming up this weekend. You want to bet, you want to make some money, go to MyBookie. You go to mybookie.ag. When you sign up, you make your first deposit, enter the promo code Baddog. It's Baddog. It's all one word. That's promo code Baddog. They're going to give you a cash deposit, and for a limited time, you get a free chip to use in the MyBookie casino. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with mybookie.ag. So big shout out to the sponsors for coming on board this year once again. Now let's talk about Kayvon Thibodeaux. I don't understand where the bust stuff comes with Kayvon Thibodeaux. I have a hard time understanding why they give Tibbs such a hard time. Thibodeaux does not get a ton of sacks, but Thibodeaux does a lot of other things well. He's definitely had major games. We saw what he did against Washington. He single-handedly turned that game around with a strip sack, fumble, recovery for a touchdown, saved our season with that play. We were doing nothing offensively in that game, and Thibodeaux made the play of the game. We ended up winning. We ended up making the playoffs. Thibodeaux played very well in the second half. Remember, he started off with a bad, we had that lower leg injury. I forgot if it was a knee or not, when he got chop blocked or low blocked in a preseason game. His first game was against Dallas last year, and he was still kind of, favoring the knee. Listen, the Giants defense really wasn't out there much last game, right? Because we gave up a special teams touchdown. Then they gave up a drive and a field goal. Then it was 16-0 on an interception. The Cowboys drove down the one time and had a touchdown. But, I mean, I understand Kayvon Thibodeaux. People expect a lot out of him. They see what Micah Parsons is doing in Dallas. And trust me, man, don't think that a guy like me wouldn't have loved to have Micah Parsons. You can go back and look at my channel. I have a video about drafting Micah Parsons. The Giants decided to pass on Micah Parsons. They got Thibodeaux and Evan Neal, and then they get Micah Parsons because they traded back, not Kadarius Toney. We know how that worked, right? So perhaps this is why fans are impatient with these two guys and already calling them busts because, like I said, they see the major impact Micah Parsons has had for the Dallas Cowboys. And so far, although Thibodeau's had a couple of really good games, he has not had a Micah Parsons-like effect. He's not Micah Parsons. I mean, let's be honest. There's very few Micah Parsons in the league, if any, okay? Excuse me, I'm taking my throat here. So, I don't know what you can expect. But again, after not even playing a full season of games, I can't sit here and say these guys are busts. Can we give them at least 2 years in the league before we decide, this guy wasn't worth the pick. This guy's terrible. I understand the Giants' loss to the Cowboys was frustrating. All you got to do is watch my post-game video. Nobody was more frustrated than me. We waited 8 months as Giants fans. We came off a good season. We were ready to pounce. You thought we could beat the Cowboys, and instead we got our brains beat and embarrassed. So nobody was more disappointed and frustrated with that loss than yours truly. But I'm not ready to sit here and say that Neal and Kayvon Thibodeaux are busts. I want to at least give them a full season here and see what they do, and then we can go from there. But I'm not ready to give up on them yet, okay? Not at all. So anyway, as always, I appreciate you watching. Let me know your opinion down below. Hopefully we see you Talking Giants on the Entertain This channel tonight. If we don't, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hopefully we see you Sunday for the game. It's a bad to get Dizzle, and I am gone. Peace.